These coming days in Scotland could define the next century for the United Kingdom. Independence is Nicola Sturgeon's life's ambition, and for her party, victory in this election will be a stepping stone to that dream. The SNP's promise is to give Scots another vote on leaving the UK within the next 5 years.
This probably is, politicians always claim this at elections, but it is true. We live in serious times, they demand serious leadership, and this is probably the most important election in our lifetimes.
Do you see this election as an opportunity for Scots to have a de facto referendum on whether we should have a referendum?
I don't describe it as a de facto referendum, it's an election.
When even opposition parties agree the SNP will almost certainly win, the most exciting race in this election is for second place. The Scottish Conservatives were second last time round and have campaigned on one clear message. A vote for them is a vote against a referendum.
This election is on a knife edge. It will come down to a small number of votes, and that's why people are thinking very carefully before they go into that polling station, and they're looking at the strongest party to stop the SNP, and that's the Scottish Conservatives.
Scotland used to be dyed-in-the-wool Labour red, but no more. The independence debate left the party squeezed out and divided. Today, summoning memories of those days gone by, the party's new leader in Scotland had support from the last Labour Prime Minister. And much like the Tories, they don't expect to win, but their mission is to stop an SNP majority.
We now face a stark choice. We can either have a parliament that's going to go back to the old arguments and focus on a referendum, or you can have a parliament that's going to focus on recovery and transforming this country. We are building the credible alternative to Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP.
That the SNP will win this election is not in doubt. The question is, will they win big enough for a majority? And the latest polling for STV and Ipsos Mori says yes. They are projected to pick up 50% of constituency votes. That would give the SNP 68 seats, above the magic number of 65 for a majority. Scottish Conservatives would have 27, Scottish Labour 19, the Greens 11 and Lib Dems 4. But psephologists say this majority hangs in the balance because the SNP is relying on winning ultra-marginal seats.
So the 7 most marginal seats in Scotland are held by either the Tories or Labour, and that includes Labour Deputy Leader Jackie Bailey's seat, Dumbarton, which is the most marginal seat in Scotland.
Dumbarton is the most marginal because 5 years ago the SNP just missed out by 109 votes. The future of this nation will be decided in a handful of seats like this, and that's why so many here say they're going to vote tactically.
I'm not completely against independence, but in the moment I need to have more faith in the person that's representing our country.
I work in a hairdresser's, and speaking to a lot of people are going voting tactically to try and ensure the SNP don't get in.
This area has always been Labour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sense a change in the air?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think it's more SNP now. I think so. Well, I think maybe with the younger generation, younger generation of voters, maybe it's more SNP than Labour.
This next generation here?
Well, don't know. Our dad might have something else to say about that, but we'll see.
The Union will not be on the ballot paper in Scotland tomorrow, but the result will set a loud and clear tone for those independence referendum demands that are already on the horizon. Peter Smith, News at 10.